Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. So there we go, that's better. So today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and a trade of the lifetime on Bitcoin. We all know it's about to turn around and go high, a lot higher, right? And you're going to be showing your red pill to all those people who doubted you, who thought you were crazy to get into Bitcoin. Anyways, enough of that. Let's go on to trading today with Davinci J15. And a lot of crazy stuff has been going on this week, right? I mean, we talked about it on the Remember Crypto show, but man, can't believe how Bitcoin did not dump. That shows a lot of strength in the Bitcoin price, basically. You could say that Bitcoin might be turning around, because whenever in a bull market, bad news is shrugged off, it keeps going up. Good news keeps going up on good news. It goes up even further on good news. So, we might be here. So, let's talk about that and other things. But before we do that, I want to do some housekeeping. One of the things I want to talk about before I go on to is the Davinci J15 what's it called? Token holders group, right? I know you guys, some of you guys have been asking whether or not if you can get into the group. It's not really relevant. You can get it. You will be able to get into the group if you have tokens, of course. But you guys are going to still be able to get get onto the live streams, because I'm going to post the live stream link both in this group and in the group here, right? So now the only reason why you'd want any private videos I do for this group will also be posted here, so you guys will automatically get them. The only thing you'll get here is you'll be part of the whole chat, right? And I'm not going to respond to every single question that people post in here. So if people put at Davinci J15, probably not going to respond to all of them, right? And I probably won't read all of them as well. So if you'll get that over and above if you're stick into the Davinci J's Pandora's wallet group. So if you're subscribed, you're going to get more. You're going to get faster treatment, better treatment than better. Well, I mean, you'll get more. Basically, I'd say I'll still respond to a few people, but I can't respond to everybody if it gets too crazy here, right? I don't think it will, but if it does, right, then I can't do it, right? Besides, you know what? They're just buying a token that they can sell at any point in time and say ciao. So it's not like they've purchased a subscription and the money is completely gone. They could actually just get their money back. So it's real easy for them. So that's why they won't be getting the high quality support that I'm giving you guys here. You know what? My editor forgot to add this part into the video when I did the I'm back, man. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I wanted him to play this clip. I don't know if you guys know this clip, right? It's funny. I'm play it right here. Hang on.
I suppose that is the end of Q.
And so. That's all I could think about when they gave me back my channel. This is show episode. It's my favorite, one of my favorite episodes of Star Trek. So I had to play that clip in the video, or just played the music, and I was hoping that he would just actually put that in the side or something like that. But whatever, didn't quite happen. I guess we didn't communicate properly. But hey, whatever. Alrighty. With that said, let's go on to going on with Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the rest of the stuff. Let me just make sure that you guys are all happy and go lucky and there's nothing going wrong because obviously, oh man. Okay. So yeah, I noticed that my volume's a little off there. So how about now? Like, can you guys hear me? Yeah, that's right. The volume was way off there because the mic was not pointing down far enough. So let me just make sure that the mic's not in the screen. Now it is. And of course, now I'm going to screw things up. There we go. Alrighty. So, yeah, that's better. I can see that the volume controls are way, way better now that I've got the mic closer. Okay. Let me just make sure nothing else is loud and clear. Let me just make sure you guys are not complaining. Yeah, trade setup for this move, Davinci. Yep. What did he say? Oh, man. Why did you post this now? I missed this, man. I want to see what he has to say. Okay. But anyways, I guess I'll have to look at it afterwards. Look. This is how I'm gonna get to the meat and potatoes of this whole video that you guys are here for, right here, right now. Let's look at Bitcoin. The daily of this next move doesn't look too looks like it's gonna have some legs or anything like that. But who cares about that? Let's take a look at the next big trade. And the few things you need to learn about the next big trade, right? And I'm going to switch before I. Oh, I didn't even switch the screen. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Before I move to the screen and showing charts, right? I want you to know that before you get into this next big trade, there's no way you can lose unless you do something stupid. And what is something stupid? Bet all your money in one bet. You go balls to the wall, right? You bet money that you can't afford to lose, right? This bet is going to take anywhere close to 6 to 8 months, and so you're gonna have to hold, right? You could always exit the trade halfway through if you get a profit if you want, but that's not the objective profit, right? And also, the key thing, I'm going to repeat it again. Key thing, you're not going to bet heavy on this. You're not. Just not. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how strong it is. Doesn't matter. The key to winning at this game is you always have powder to come back the next day should the worst of the worst happen, because it can, and it normally does when you least expect it. But I don't think it's going to happen this time, but it doesn't matter. You never, ever, never, ever, 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 never, ever bet the farm. All right. With that said, we clear on that? We absolutely, because if we're not, I'm going to repeat myself. All right. Before we're going to get onto the trade here, and I want to set things up a little bit. Let's go to the weekly time frame first, so that you guys can see the bigger picture, and then we'll go down. As you know, Bitcoin. Let's clean this up. Let's clean this up. This is all irrelevant now at this point. I'm not gonna talk about all this nonsense, so might as well clean it up. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep that fib. I'm gonna keep that. That's a line in the sand there. This is another point of interest here, but we're gonna remove that. We're going to make sure that this trend line is set to exactly the top of the market. There we go. We're going to make sure that trend line is exactly the top of that. There we go. Then we have the crossroads, right? Bow tie crossroads here. So, all right, now that we've set this thing, set up this this particular chart, I don't think we need to remove anything else, and I'm going to save this. Well, maybe I want to remove the AB equals CD because I don't need that. Do we want to? Do I want to count this as a trade location for shorts? Yeah, let's do it. Let's extend it down because it is a trade location for the shorts based on this last high. All right, I'm just going to leave it as is because we know we extended it out. We could always just remember it extends out to there. So yeah, it's pretty much with that trend line there. So I'm wondering if I should bother. I could just use the candle body. There we go. I'm going to delete that and store that. Actually, I'm going to make this a red color. Delete that and push save that. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alrighty. So one of the things I've noticed here is that Bitcoin doesn't. This is not a good sign, of course, right? You know, we got the M pushing it down here. So if this thing pushes down, breaks through that pattern, what do we got, right? If you were to do an AB equals CD, it's pretty scary, right? It's pretty hairy, right? Any way you slice it, right? It's like into the 8,300 level, right? So that if it were to do the AB equals CD down all the way down there, and this is pretty, that's pretty hectic, and usually it might even do something a little bit more than that. So yeah, it's not a good sign, right? Should we break this level? But I am telling you, right, this Bitcoin and the fact that we are at the cusp of a turnaround here, and basically basically corporations and so forth are buying up Bitcoin en masse. So to get some Bitcoin cheap at around $9,000 is real cheap. And if you could say, well, we could do this big dump again, Davinci. What if we do that? What do we do that? That could be a possibility, and we could go as low as 7,000, which is the Fibonacci levels, which I don't know why I took that off, but could have swore I wanted to leave that on. Oh yeah, that's right. I accidentally deleted it when I was removing the other one. So that's like the $7,150 level. That is still a possibility, right? And it's a massive dump, right? Massive. But it's not a high probability, right? It's very low, right? So, what do we want to do with that, right? What do we want to do? And if we do come down here, this is an absolute balls to the wall. Get in for sure, right? There's no more downside at that point. That's absolutely none, right? All right. So with knowing that, right? What do we do, right? What do we do? Well, we want to get in if Bitcoin decides to turn around here. Let's just say it doesn't M out and go down here, right? Because that's a possibility. This is the 38.2 down here. It decides to go down here, bounce off the 38.2. I'm not feeling that, and then see you when I see you, right? But it's got to do that hard, because there'll be a lot of pressure, and it's got to what's it called? If it comes down here, it's almost got to do a short squeeze, basically, to wipe out the shorts at that point, to really push this thing higher. We got to see some massive volume. It'd be great. It's great. Yeah, it's great that the Bollinger Bands would squeeze if we come down here, but the left for this weekly Bollinger Band is weekly, by the way, not 2 weeks. So it's just playing it incorrectly. So yeah, I'm thinking here, right, that what we do, right, what I'm going to do actually, and what you do is a different story. I start with a nibble trade at this level. If we come back to this level, I'm going to start at the 10,400 level. I'm going to start as this line comes up higher. So, for example, if we come up to 10,000, 11,000, roll back down, and it's like 10.5 or something like that. That's where I enter with a 2.5% trade. Only 2.5% because I'm assuming that, hey, it might bounce up and continue going higher. But I'm only going to do 2.5%. Then what I'm going to go up to actually in total 50%. Now, keep in mind, I'm only going to do a 3-to-1 leverage on this, right? So this is going to be a 3-to-1 leverage right here. And I'm willing to hold this for quite some time. And I'm going to add at the 9,600 level. I'm going to add another 2.5% at the 9,600 level, right? That's up to 5%. But where I start to really load the boat is well down into the, once we pass the 200-day moving average, I'm going to load the boat with sprinkled orders below the 200-day moving average all the way to 9,000, where is it actually? To wherever this trend line is. So this 9,000, so 9,000, 9,100. I'm gonna be like all in 50% of whatever I got in the exchange that I'm using. It's 50% of whatever I've gotten in the exchange. Don't go 50% of everything you have in your life. That's not a good idea. Decide on how much you're willing to gamble and lose 100% on. I put that in the exchange, and that's how much you're going to bet. No more, no less. So now, 50%. Now, why am I doing that 50%? Because as we come down and I load up to 50% here, this actually, because it's a 3-to-1, because I'm adding at a lower and lower price, and I'm adding a whole bunch of whack down here. Guess where my liquidation price is? Yes, that's right. Well below the 7,100 level. And I'm willing to take this to liquidation, right? Because if we get all the way down there to liquidate me, I'm going to add the other 50%. I'm going to let the liquidation happen and go all in with the other 50%, or 1/3. Because then I've got all that room from all the way down here to get it all back as I wait for it to come all the way back to 20,000 over the next 6 to 8 months. I think it might do that in a lot shorter time frame, but you know what? I'm willing to wait that long, and then I'm just gonna let it ride. That once it gets up to 20,000, maybe even further, I'm gonna take some profits off the table, maybe let it go further. And you know what? Along the way, you could maybe take some profits, right? If you wanted to, right? It's all up to you guys. But that's how I'm going to play this going forward. So, looking forward to this dumping down all the way here. I'm gonna take this. Then I'm gonna be liquidation, and I'm gonna live with that. I'm gonna live with that liquidation. I don't think we're gonna get there, but I have to say, can I live with that liquidation? And the answer is yes, right? I really think Bitcoin can't go down there, but if it does, I'll live with the liquidation. Those assholes, I think they were just being real dicks. And then there's always the risk of the exchange actually just liquidating us because they push the price. There's the price of Bitcoin can separate from the price of the what's it called, these casino type exchanges, basically like Bybit, Fimex, and BTC Mex. They all are basically casinos, basically. So they're not real exchanges, and effectively you're just betting on price, right? So they could actually cheat, right? So that's the problem. That's another issue you have to accept when you're dealing with these exchanges, and that's a possibility at this point in time. Now, along the way, of course, Inti is going to give you guys different give you guys short-term trades. Don't be afraid if he goes the opposite. He does a short or does a long or whatever. Remember, the trades are going to be a lot smaller in size for Inti. But this is a large, big time swing trade, which I don't suggest you do more than 3 to 1. The reason why is because we want to have lots of room to just let it to give us a room for a liquidation and to hit one out of the park. Yeah, it's not going to be a huge payday, but it's going to be a payday decent payday for sure. So maybe you can even take this thing, this 3 to 1 long all the way to 100,000 or something like that. But I don't think it will actually matter after a certain point. After a certain point, I don't think the amount of money you'll be making will be that much of a difference because of the percentage you're actually going to be earning. So yeah, that's my solid trade. It's nothing's guaranteed, of course, right? That's just the way it is. Sure, I feel it's the most strongest trade you can make here. It will look even better once we get down here. I bet you we're gonna see some divergence down here, and then I'll be like, yes, thank God. And then we're back up. We're all the way up. We're going to be heading all the way back up and breaking out. But to get you in on just in case this thing just decides, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. And then goes, we could get like at least 2.5% off, and then we're off to the races with that. And that's something, right? It's not huge, but it's something, right? And yeah, but that's the safest strategy that I have, where you can see profit over time and not have to worry too much about losses. All right, so that's my trade for Bitcoin. Now, let's go looking at the shorter time frame and seeing what we see. All right, so we've turned around, bounced off of the trend line here I've had for like, I don't know, not too long actually, but we could see that that this thing is headed higher with very little volume, like lackluster movements here. So don't be surprised should this thing roll over sometime, probably after it creates some sort of divergence. Right now, I don't see any kind of divergence heading. It's a solid movement, so there's going to be a little bit more. Maybe head up to the 10,900, 10,850 or something like that before we turn around here. I would look for some sort of divergence before we can say, hey, yeah, it's time to turn this thing around. I don't see it here even on the hourly, so this thing's got more legs to run. And yeah. That's it for Ethereum. Okay, Bitcoin. Now it's on for Ethereum. Ethereum refusing to let the market smile at us. That's always a good thing. It's coming back up to its long-term trend line. It's refusing to let these guys push it around. Hopefully we break and close above here, which is the 1071, which is like the resistance level. I mean, I don't even need to put that there. Like, what the hell? It's a 371, sorry. 371, not 1071. 371. So once we break above that, that will negate that'll help negate the M. I mean, really, we have to really negate the M, I guess. we have to break, yeah, to really for sure negate it, we have to break above the $394 level, and then it's negated, and we don't have to like freak out about it. But I think this would be just as good as a negation as up here. Yeah, and that's all I got to say for the Ethereum network. Guys, I want to cut this short today. I'm real sorry because I, you know what, I had a chocolate milkshake from what's it called? Johnny Rockets, and yeah, I knew I shouldn't have done that because Johnny Rockets goes through me like nothing. Like it's like my everything in my stomach is like, move, bitch, get out the way, get out the way. just like pushing down on my stomach. Oh my god, what a mistake that was. So yeah, I'm gonna be paying for it for a while, for tonight. But anyways, let's. So today, sometime tonight, we're gonna be there's gonna be a video being published, so to let you guys show you guys how to get into this room, how to basically sign a message. We're using MetaMask and my Ether wallet to sign a message and communicate with this bot to communicate with the bot here in order to get into the Telegram room. All right, so yeah, if you want to write down this link, you go in there. You can, but the bot will kick you out if you don't respond to it within 24 hours. Right? Let's see here. All right, so let's go on to questions. Let's go to just do some question and answers. Or if you guys want to do some charts, that's fine too. No live video today. Okay. Well, thank you, Daniel W, for putting that out. Okay. Hi, Davinci. In your experience, what is the most reliable indicator to spot divergences? And also, can you check the Atom chart? Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Okay, yeah, the most reliable indicator is mostly the MACD. The MACD has the best reliable indicator pulse signal that you'll find, and with determining divergences and whether or not it's been confirmed. So let's just say this was a divergence. I don't know if it was or not, but assume that it was the what's it called? This would be a bullish divergence. This would be this would be the confirmation. Once it broke above that, it confirmed this divergence down here, if that was a divergence. And that's how you tell whether or not it's a divergence. Now, how do you tell on price? If so, you would have to see, of course, price going lower than the previous low. So you could call that one a divergence. It's kind of iffy, but because the candle bodies are lower, so you might be able to get away with it. And then there's no confirmation just yet. So when there's confirmation, what you tend to do is just come do the fibs and maybe do the Hail Mary and to enter or something like that, or 61.8. And yeah, okay. Oh, rumble in the Bronx, rumble. Oh, okay. Is it worth our time? Yield farming on Uniswap? Honestly, I don't know. I don't think so. But I don't know for sure. The reason why I don't think so is because Uniswap and all those kind of currencies, all they do is they pay you in other tokens, and then you don't know what those tokens are going to be worth, and at the time you get paid. And so, are you going to get the yield that they promise? Excuse me. I don't know. I don't know. I think you might. Then you could suffer impermanent losses and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of risk there. And so I'm looking for some water, and I could have swore I left some water here, and I did not. Bastard. afternoon and outside. Okay. Let's see here. 35 viewers. All right, 19 likes. Thank you very much. Do you think ETH will retest the sub 340 level sometime soon? Don't think so. Right? I mean, if we do that, if we go below, well, I mean, we could, right? We could come to, yeah. So, for example, let's just say that's, I believe that's a decent divergence there. Not 100% sure. On the our side, it says no. So that's the problem, right? I'd prefer them both lining up, agreeing, for me to really feel confident. And so, what I would do is that wherever this thing rolls over, right? So let's just say it breaks up and then it goes, oh no, right? So we don't know where that is. And it would have been nice if it broke a little bit higher to create that what's it called? The confirmation of divergence. And then I would have set my my what's it called, my entry at what's it called, the 78.6, which is called my Hail Mary trade. Hail Mary. All right, didn't do that right, but who cares? Okay. I'm in pain here, guys. I'm gonna have to cut it shortly. Oh yeah, you wanted me to do atom chart and balancer. All right, so let me just do a couple charts and then I'm gonna cut and run to the toilet. Ugh, wow, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Big mistake. Colossal. That's interesting. We created a bigger W here, created a larger W. We broke out, and of course, I hate breakout trades. They really freaking, they just mess with you, man. They just mess with you, right? And then we roll back down, right? And yeah, so again, sometimes I do make the mistakes that even the rookies do, and I get all horny, thinking, yeah, it's gonna go higher, and buy too early, right? Where should I have been buying? Down to 78.6, and that's where I should have been buying, right? But no, I made the rookie mistake of buying up here. Not the end of the world, right? It's an early juggling for this cryptocurrency. So yeah, the little lady can be very forgiving when you make these stupid rookie mistakes. All right. So again, if we were to figure out where you're supposed to be buying now, it's we've already bounced off to 61.8 and came really close to 78.6. So there you go. Again, gives you a chance to get in there, right? And get some this coin really, really cheap. All right, balancer. I'm not sure. Is it balancer or I don't know which one. It's like, did I get some of this? Yeah, it looks like I did. Off of bounce here. Not much data to go off of. Oh, wow. What did I do? What a mistake. My stomach is killing me. Well, people left and they're coming back in again. Can't really say what's going to happen here. It's there's not enough information for me to make a judgment call, because this thing could break down. Even though looks like they're trying to hold the line here, they can't. This thing can break down, and I can't say for sure. And CELR. All right, I think this is going to be the last one. All right, so I got half on a double, right? Again, if you're interested in buying this, we're probably in the buying zone here, and I wouldn't be surprised at this rate. This thing sneaks a peek down here at the 88.6. You can buy here, right? Buy some at the 78.6, or even FOMO buy in here. You're in the buying zone. You're not buying up here. You're not buying at 38.2, which would be a mistake, as you can tell. And so here we are. We're down here. Can we go a little bit lower? Yes, we can. But yeah, maybe you put some stink bids down here and pick some up on the cheap. All right, guys. Sorry, shouldn't have had that stuff. Messed me up badly. Let's see here. What do you guys have here? Is there's any good question? Do you think that its likelihood is higher? That we get resolution to the downside from the triangle where we are in now in the BTC. So what would come along with the lifetime trade? Or yeah, exactly. So here we are. I think this is going to be a good trade. This thing's going to take it, and you could hold this thing for quite some time, assuming you don't get wiped out we don't get wiped out from what's it called, funding rates, but I don't think we will. It's too small of a trade. Should we wait until BTC dominance is above 67%? We should start looking to buy alts. Yeah, but you could do that, but you don't know that's going to happen, right? So you should get some ball. And besides, what the hell? I must have lost something here. Yeah, because I had a breakout line around 60. Yes, missing. Okay, so anyways, there's a breakout, but it doesn't make any sense. Why does this line here showing up here? This looks totally different. Yeah, man. Something's not right. Did this get recalculated somehow? I don't know. The whole thing doesn't look right. And I can't figure it out. Because I could have swore this was the breakout. There was a yellow line down here indicating and this was further down. And the slope, the ski slope, was also further down. This whole thing, this line here, was further down. Yeah, something's off. Let me refresh it. Yeah. This does not line up properly. None of this does. Yeah, something. I noticed that somebody tweeted something weird with the dominance. They saw something strange going on with the dominance, so they must have done some readjustments, and now my whole charts are all off. All right. Alrighty. should we wait till? Yeah. Does Uniswap work similar to Atomic Swap? No, Atomic Swaps are different because they're cross chains. So you're just going through a contract, and the contract's making sure that you get the money the stuff you were trading for. So you don't have to worry about. And it's all done atomically internally in the what's it called, the contract, but the contracts are like that. They're always atomic. Americans take this perfect trade. Only if you can go on what's it called, Femex, Bybit, Bybit, BTC Max. If you can do all those, sure you can. But if not, you can't. This is getting recalculated. It is getting recalculated. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it makes sense. Okay, guys, sorry. I gotta go. Thank you for watching. Maybe I'll do something during the week, an extra video or something like that to make up for it. But yeah, I have to go. So nice talking to you guys, and we'll see you guys, if not during the week, then sometime during the week, then next week Sunday. Maybe I'll do something earlier for the guys who are in London and stuff like that, or in a different time zone, and eat something more in the morning and stuff like that, or in the afternoon or something. I mean, not in the afternoon, but sometime in the morning before noon, and so that you guys could participate in the question and answers as well. All right, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye now.